Living with Limerence by Dr. L is a book that delves deeply into the concept of limerence, a term coined by psychologist Dorothy Tennov in the 1970s. Limerence refers to an intense emotional state involving obsessive infatuation with another person, often characterized by intrusive thoughts, fantasies, and a desperate longing for reciprocation of feelings. Dr. L approaches the topic from both psychological and practical perspectives, offering readers a structured guide to understanding, coping with, and potentially overcoming limerence. Here's a summary and review of the book. Understanding limerence. One of the core strengths of living with limerence is the clarity with which Dr. L explains the psychological mechanisms behind limerence. Limerence is portrayed as distinct from regular romantic attraction or love, highlighting its obsessive nature. The book outlines key characteristics, including intense longing for reciprocation. The limerent person, LP, is consumed by thoughts of the object of their affection, which Dr. L refers to as the limerent object, LO. The LP becomes hyper-focused on signs of reciprocation from the LO, interpreting even small gestures as meaningful. Uncertainty and emotional rollercoaster, drive. L explains that the uncertainty of whether the feelings are mutual is often the fuel that drives limerence. This ambiguity creates a cycle of euphoria when positive signs are perceived and despair when negative signs or rejection are observed. Obsessive thinking. Limerence is marked by the constant, intrusive presence of thoughts about the low. These thoughts dominate the LP's mental space, making it difficult to focus on other aspects of life. Biological and psychological underpinnings. Dr. L draws connections between limerence and the brain's reward system, emphasizing the neurochemical basis of the experience. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward, plays a critical role in reinforcing the behaviors and thoughts that sustain limerence. The author suggests that limerence is an evolutionary response, linked to mate selection and bonding mechanisms. However, in modern society, these natural impulses can become maladaptive, leading to the unhealthy obsession that characterizes limerence. Dr. L also highlights how attachment styles, particularly anxious attachment, may predispose some individuals to experience limerence more intensely. People with insecure attachment styles may be more susceptible to falling into patterns of limerent obsession due to their heightened need for validation and connection. Practical guidance on managing limerence. The book does not merely describe the phenomenon but offers a structured approach to coping with it. Dr. L recognizes that limerence can be distressing, especially when the feelings are unreciprocated or involve someone who is unavailable, e.g., a married person or someone in a committed relationship. Key strategies offered by Dr. L include mindful awareness, drive. L emphasizes the importance of recognizing limerence for what it is, an emotional state that can distort reality. The LP is encouraged to practice mindfulness, which involves observing thoughts and feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. Limiting exposure to the low. Since contact with the low can perpetuate the obsessive cycle, Dr. L advises reducing or eliminating interaction with the person when possible. This breaks the reinforcement of the brain's reward pathways associated with the low. Developing emotional resilience. The book encourages building emotional strength by engaging in activities that enhance self-worth, foster personal growth, and cultivate other meaningful relationships. This can help reduce the centrality of the low in the LP's emotional world. Challenge cognitive distortions, drive. L points out that limerence often leads to idealizing the low and imagining a perfect future with them. The LP is encouraged to critically assess these fantasies, recognizing them as mental constructs rather than objective reality. Seek professional help. In cases where limerence significantly disrupts daily life, Dr. L suggests seeking therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and other therapeutic approaches can help the LP address underlying issues such as self-esteem problems, attachment difficulties, or unresolved traumas that may be fueling their limerence. Contrasts between limerence and love. A particularly insightful aspect of living with limerence is Dr. L's differentiation between limerence and genuine love. While love is based on mutual respect, deep emotional connection, and long-term commitment, limerence is more self-centered, focused on the LP's need for emotional gratification and validation from the low. Dr. L warns that relationships built on limerence may be unsustainable due to their intensity and imbalance. Once the thrill of uncertainty fades, the relationship may deteriorate if a deeper emotional foundation isn't in place. Conversely, healthy love grows over time, even as the initial excitement diminishes. Navigating relationships impacted by limerence. Another important theme in the book is how limerence can impact existing relationships. Dr. L acknowledges that people in committed relationships, such as marriage, can still experience limerence toward others. This can cause significant emotional turmoil, both for the LP and their partner. The book suggests that understanding the nature of limerence can help the LP resist acting on their feelings and instead focus on strengthening their existing relationship. Communication with one's partner is key, although drive. L advises caution in revealing the details of limerence, as it may cause unnecessary harm. Dr. L also emphasizes the importance of setting boundaries with the LO, especially if there is a risk of the relationship escalating into an emotional or physical affair. Criticism and counterpoints while living with limerence provides practical insights. Some readers might argue that the book pathologizes a natural human experience. Romantic infatuation, which shares many features with limerence, is a common part of human life, especially in the early stages of attraction. Dr. L's focus on the negative aspects of limerence may seem to oversimplify the complex spectrum of human emotions. Another potential critique is the book's heavy reliance on cognitive behavioral strategies, which may not resonate with all readers. While these techniques are evidence-based and effective for many, individuals with more deeply rooted emotional or psychological issues may require a more nuanced approach, such as exploring their early attachment experiences or childhood trauma in a therapeutic context. Broader social and cultural implications. Dr. L briefly touches on the societal factors that may contribute to limerence, such as the idealization of romantic love in media and culture. The portrayal of intense, all-consuming love in movies, literature, and social media can reinforce unrealistic expectations about relationships, making limerence more likely. Furthermore, the rise of technology and social media may exacerbate limerent tendencies by allowing people to stay constantly connected to their low, either through direct interaction or passive observation, e.g., following them on social media. This constant availability of information feeds into the obsessive nature of limerence. Conclusion. Living with limerence by Dr. L offers an in-depth exploration of a complex emotional state that affects many people. By blending psychological insights with practical strategies, the book provides a roadmap for those struggling with limerence to navigate their feelings in a healthy, constructive way. While it may not resonate with everyone, particularly those who see limerence as part of the normal spectrum of romantic experiences. It is an invaluable resource for individuals seeking to understand and manage this intense emotional condition.